Hello, and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and today we're going to be starting off with an Ironclad run. Well, alright. Giant Ghost Whale, no problem with that. Choose a card, next 3 enemies have 1 HP, lose all gold for a rare card. Hamina. Or do a boss relic swap. Nia's Lament is pretty bad on Ironclad. Choosing a card is okay, but it's nowhere near as good as 100 gold to choose a rare card. Choosing a rare card is bonkers on Ironclad. And boss relic swap is among it's probably at its weakest on Ironclad because the Ironclad starting relic is so strong. Good morning, Anansbana. How many rare cards are there? That's a good question. I think there's like 20 for Ironclad. Let me check that. There are. Let's scroll down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, not far off. I like my estimates to be within an order of, or within a, I wanted to say an order of magnitude, but like a base 2 order of magnitude, within a factor of 2 of the correct answer, so if it would have been between 10 and 40, I would have considered myself correct. For an off-the-cuff estimate. Yeah, how many of these are good? So, like, Barricade's good, right? No, Barricade's... Yeah, Barricade's good. So that's 1. Berserk's bad, so 1. Bludgeon's good, 2. Brutality's bad, so 2. Corruption's great, 3. Demon Form's good, 4. Double Tap's good, 5. Exhume is bad, 5. Feed is good, 6. Fiend Fire's good, 7. Immolate's great, 8. Impervious is good, 9. Juggernaut's good-ish. No, I'll just leave it at 9. Limit Break's good, 10. Offering's good, 11. Reaper's good, 12. So there's 12 that I would consider good outcomes out of 16 total. So there's literally only 2 combinations that I would consider to be all bad. Barricade is good. You can't play it in the Act. Yeah, it's a curse in Act 1, which it has in common with like Corruption and Demon Form. Although Corruption's probably the most playable of them, because you can play Corruption and then block on the same turn. The reason that all those are good is because they're all, like, build-arounds, and getting a build-around from Niao means, okay, I'm doing this game, right? So, like, if we pick a Barricade, then, like, we don't have to ask ourselves a question about whether or not an Entrench is good. We're just like, great, Entrench. I was looking for that. So I think we're gonna look for this. Got some really good options. I classified all these as good, although Juggernaut was a little bit middling. So now I have to choose between Immolate and Fiend Fire. Immolate is certainly better in Act 1 and 2, and Fiend Fire is significantly better in Act 4. They're both pretty good in Act 3. Let's take a look at our pathing. If we have like 4 elites or something, we definitely want to pick the Immolate. We don't. Looks like 2 elites is going to be the max. Probably starting with like this path or something to get three fights before the first elite. Oh wait, we want to get this extra fire path, huh? Yeah. So going the extra fires into Mega Elite seems like it's on the table. We are forced into a shop before that, which is actually pretty bad because we just spent all of our money. So maybe we don't do this. Maybe we just go one of these, this extra fire path, maybe. Three extra fires is a lot, though, as opposed to 1. I guess it's 2, huh? Because we get this one and then this one. So 2 versus 3 is not that big of a deal. I'd rather dodge a shop. I think I'm going to take the Immolate and go up the middle. Okay. Hey, YTI. Alright, we'll set up a bash to get lethal next turn with Immolate. Take 7. Kapow. 1 net damage on the fight. Thunderclap's pretty reasonable. Thunderclap Immolate is a thing. Hemokinesis does a heck of a lot of damage. Yeah, no Pandora's Box today. We didn't even do a swap. We just took a rare card because we're playing Ironclad. But we got an Immolate, so no worries. So Hemokinesis hits really hard. Thunderclap has some use later for like peeling off artifact charges. Ironclad generally doesn't care too much about artifact charges, in the absence of like Shockwave and Disarm. But I guess Shockwave and Disarm are cards that usually want to get played. I think I'll take a Thunderclap just because it combos so well with Immolate. It's probably the last damage we need to take too. Hemokinesis is great for like bootstrapping a ton of damage, but we already have a ton of damage with the Immolate, so I don't think we're too worried about that. Okay, Golden Idol for no current HP, I'll take it. Immolate. Immolate. Hey, Jizzo. Thank you. I got this shirt at Indiecade in like 2010. Fairly old shirt at this point. Kind of looking to pivot to block cards. Like a Shrug It Off would be great. Flame Barrier, Impervious, you know. If I just get to name cards that I want. None of these are those. I'm not sure we really need these. Pommel Strike and Iron Wave are both like pickable. Carnage is pretty good. We've already got so much damage. I guess Carnage works with Thunderclap the same way as Immolate does. I guess I'll grab a Carnage. Since it's here. I guess I leave. Pretty much never just leave at this event, but that's what's happening here. I'm at full health, so this is useless. I'm not giving them gold for nothing. Okay. I guess it's Carnage Defend. Is Thunderclap Immolate lethal? Yes. There's Power Through. Evolve is also quite good. Evolve with an Immolate in deck. We're also going up against a Slime Boss here, so it already has a target. Evolve is also insane against Sentries. But we're only fighting 2 Act 1 Elites, so not super likely to see Sentries specifically. I think Power Through does a better job of answering what we need to do specifically. Which is find a way of blocking, so we're going to take the Power Through. Although I would be happy to take an Evolve. I guess we're going to an extra Fire. Seems like Immolate's the clear pick for upgrade. It's 7 extra damage on the best card in the deck. Okay. It is Sentries. Alright, not really much of a choice here. Immolate Strike's pretty much always going to be it. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and restart the fight so that I can use the Liquid Bronze. I talked myself into there not being any choice about what to do this turn, so I was ready to click end turn, but alas. Power Through Defend blocks out this turn, which is something you're not usually able to do for turn 2 versus Sentries. Pretty happy to see that. Kill him to the damage return. Alright. They're doing the bot thing with, like, different characters now. Maybe they got caught doing the other thing. Peace Pipe is part of the deck. Okay. Interesting. Well, darn, now I really wish I went on my 3-fire route. Probably using Peace Pipe here. Pretty much full health. I feel like I always save Thorn's Potion for bird fights. It's certainly good in bird fights, but basically, like, the only fights in the game where it's, like, exceptionally good are the heart and birds. So you'll be holding on to it for a long time. We got 6 damage out of it, and we, like, killed the sentry a turn earlier, so I think it was definitely worth it there. Actually got 9 damage out of it. Maybe it was 12. It was at least 9. We don't need more damage. We're fine on damage. So it's armaments or skip. I think it's probably skip. Okay. Defend to save some health. 2 strikes on... Well, wait. Immolate does 28. They're both already under 28, so we'll just hit this fungi beast in case we miss Immolate. We did miss Immolate. Thunderclap plus strike kills him, and then we can defend. Still lose a little bit of health, but less. So we lost 5 total in the fight. And there's Immolate. See, we got one back. Doesn't seem like we need any of these. Wild Strike sort of leans into the evolve that we didn't take, but we didn't take it, so what's the point of that? Skip Heavy Blade last floor, and Cleave is sort of unnecessary with the Immolate. I'd rather keep a small deck than add one of these. This one's strictly better because there's a choice. Paper Frog. Wow. So that Thunderclap's really paying off now. Probably want an upgrade on Bash, too. We're going to want to apply that vulnerable. Extra question mark or extra fight here. Question marks can be like card removes. We could get like Scrap Ooze or Shining Light. What would we do with Scrap Ooze or Shining Light? We'd probably reach into Scrap Ooze like 3-ish times. I think we'd probably fight the light for Shining Light. We're like full health, so we're really looking for opportunities to spend health. I think that's probably what this question mark is. Okay. Yeah, this counts as an opportunity to spend health, right? Let's get him. Come on, Immolate. Darn. I'll take 1 to develop an extra 6 damage. There's a really good chance we just win the fight on the spot next turn. 50-50. Okay. Full health, Odd Mushroom, Tack Potion. Seems great. There's the Sugar Duff I mentioned earlier. I think they spell Paper Frog wrong. Yeah, weird, so you have to PH Rug. I have no idea why they spell it that way. It just makes it vulnerable to extra damage. Shrug seems good. I think almost all Ironclad decks have at least one Shrug It Off in it, right? So I think the time for that is now. Okay, we have to fight this guy if we want to get to the campsite and the Mega Elite. And I think we do. Shrug can win on the spot. Nope. I'll just weaken the 2 that are attacking in case we don't draw Immolate next turn. Or the 2 that are buffing, rather. Oof. I guess we can block out. We block for like 25 here. No, they're hitting for more than that. Alright, well, we're guaranteed to get Immolate next turn, and we're also guaranteed to heal to full, so no reason to think about it too much. Kapow. Alright. Dropkick. Dropkick and Peace Pipe makes you think. Is this a Dropkick loop deck? We've added quite a few cards to it for it to be a Dropkick loop. None of these cards exhaust or anything, so it's a legit, like, 15-card deck. Ascender's Bane exhausts. So we'd have to remove 5 cards at least, and come up with a way to draw 5 cards in a turn. Dropkick could just be good anyway, because we have Paper Frog, so we can assume that we're going to have pretty good vulnerable uptime. It doesn't hurt much to take it. Sure. Like, barely even counts as a card in the deck. Okay, Toke or Upgrade here. I like Toke a lot. What's the upgrade target? Probably Bash. Shrug's got a good upgrade. Power Through. A lot of good just, like, number upgrades here. Thunderclap's pretty weak. But Bash has got a pretty good upgrade. I think we're just doing toke. Try to make some progress on that. Drop kick. Or not drop kick. Yeah, it is drop kick. I always get drop kick and headbutt confused. Not thematically, just like the names confuse me. They seem like they're describing the same thing. For some reason, they're not, but you know. So this is sentries. Are we willing to fight sentries again? I think absolutely. We're at full health. We have 2 potions, and we have an Immolate plus. So let's take them. Okay, Thunderclap gets all the artifact charges off, I guess. And we take 5. Shoot, I forgot to spend the liquid bronze again on turn 1. I can't believe that happened twice in a run. Okay, and strike on the back one, but we're gonna use liquid bronze this time. All right, we got the Immolate. We're not skipping Immolate, not for anybody. Might use the attack potion too, just to kill him and save 10 health. I would like to have the attack potion for next fight, though. We're always defending, so we're always taking at least 10 to the fight, because we're taking 5 from him, so it's a difference between 10 and 15. He dies to the thorns, so the attack pot isn't really doing any damage, it's just saving me 10 health. It could also just kill both. It could miss, though, too. No, I'm just going to save it. It's probably worth more than 10 health. We're actually going to Carnage on this one, because we have Power Through in hand. So we'll just block him out. And we just need 1 strike. 1 time. There it is. Okay. Ceramic Fish. There's an Evolve. We are going up against Slime Boss, so it's relevant for the fight. We also have an Immolate and a Power Through, so I gotta imagine Evolve is in the deck here. Unfortunately, we've already fought sentries twice, so the chance for that to pay off is no longer here. Yeah, I think Evolve's a real good pick. We're way ahead, so Evolve helps us stay ahead. Regenerating Gremlin Knob is the enemy. Oof. We're not going to get to bash or Immolate here. We could attack pot and look for like Uppercut or Thunderclap to get vulnerable. There's no other way to get vulnerable, right? Yeah, let's use the attack pot. We're probably using both pots in this fight. Oh, we did get Thunderclap, wow. Blood for Blood is also 18 damage. That's no joke. Immolate currently does what? 28? 28 plus 75% is a ton. How much is it exactly? 28 times 0.75 is 21. So this one has 21 extra damage attached to it, whereas this one's only 18 damage total. The decision makes itself. Thunderclap Dropkick is good. Hey, Baylor. And Carnage is lethal. Sweet. A Mummified Hand has joined the party. Welcome to the team, Mummified Hand. Kind of a motley crew here. Peace Pipe's a weird one. Paper Frog's a little bit weird. Odd Mushroom's weird. Ceramic Fish is weird. Mummified Hand, currently no powers in the deck. Oh, I guess there's one. We just added an Evolve, so. Veggie Baguette. It's a new one. I like it. There's an Uppercut. We have a Paper Frog, so Uppercut's kind of on the watch list. We're a little bit saturated for vulnerability. We have Bash and Thunderclap, but we could use more from the Paper Frog and the Dropkick. Berserker also is a little bit funky because we have a Mummified Hand. Berserk is good with Mummified Hand for two reasons. Number one, it is a power, so it procs Mummified Hand. Number two, it costs 0, so it can't be a target for Mummified Hand. So if you want to target something specific, that is a great point. We also have Odd Mushroom. We probably should take Berserk, huh? I was about to talk about like orange pellets, but I didn't realize we had like a automatic way of defraying some of the vulnerability here. It is worth noting Paper Frog specifically applies to enemies, so it doesn't make us more vulnerable. So we've got all the vulnerable relics. I think this is every relic that mentions vulnerability, right? Oh no, there's a hand drill. Sure. Oh yeah, hand drill. Bag of marbles. Good point. So these are these are the ones that interact with vulnerability. The other ones are apply vulnerable. Yeah, that's what I was. I meant something different than what I said. Yeah, I think we can go for the Berserk. It seems fun. We got a couple of 2-cost things that are really good targets for Mummified Hand. So the Mummified Hand targeting is pretty important. You can also, just because Berserk costs 0, you can like play all the cards in your hand and leave yourself with only good targets for Mummified Hand, and then play Berserk and play one of those targets. I don't like being vulnerable. We are about to go to a fire, so probably Berserk gets an upgrade for picking it. Being vulnerable for 1 turn is a lot more palatable than 2. Which would mean that we're skipping some pretty good options. Evolve's got a good upgrade that we want to see. Bash with the Paper Frog. If we picked the Uppercut, we'd probably be upgrading that instead, because that also has a really good upgrade. We're also skipping a Peace Pipe. Could be removing a strike here. So a lot to consider at this card reward / fire. This deck's got some combo flavor to it. If we get like an Evolve plus, and like some way to draw cards and like a Second Wind or a Dark Embrace or something, I can definitely see like hitting a lot of 0-cost stuff, playing a lot of cards a turn. So probably we're looking for like an expensive power eventually. Sounds like Corruption. Maybe Demon Form. Could even just be like, what's that card called? The rare card that hits somebody for 42, Bludgeon. Bludgeon's a great target for Mummified Hand. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I think just like a bunch of card draw and like a Berserk and Mummified Hand is a good combination all by itself, right? We don't have to go too crazy. We've got a little bit of card draw. We need a lot more if we're gonna run this archetype. We're really looking for like a Burning Pact. Burning Pact in particular would be quite good. We have Immolate and a Power Through for generating statuses and Evolve, so we're really looking to draw statuses and exhaust them. Which is an argument for the True Grit that we were offered last floor, but we didn't take. Alright. Berserk's a little bit of a weird line. I don't know. Berserk is like normally not that good. It's like quite a bit better here because we have the Odd Mushroom and the Mummified Hand. But normally like Uppercut is a much better card. But I think I'm going to trust the Relic Bar and pick the Berserk here. Maybe because of the Odd Mushroom, we don't even upgrade the Berserk. Maybe we do just Toke anyway. Also, with this like Evolve draw engine, the dropkick loop looks a lot more possible. If we have like a Second Wind or a Corruption, way to get rid of a bunch of cards. Evolve can definitely draw us a 10-card hand, and that's kind of what we need to draw the whole deck and do dropkick loop stuff. And that definitely says, like, remove a strike, right? Because currently we're an 18 card deck with 1, 2, 3 cards that exhaust. So we're a 15 card deck. Need to get 5 card removes. Corruption does that, obviously, but so does toking 5 times. That's a lot of toking. I don't know if we're going to get that done, but... yeah, I think just the Berserk upgrade is probably pretty reasonable here. Being vulnerable is still quite bad, even if we do have Odd Mushroom. Okay. Let's go fight Slime Boss. So we're going to want to Berserk on 1. Do we, like, Shrug It Off first? Shrug It Off could find Immolate. Or Bash are sort of the good hits. It's always gonna... we're not gonna play Power Through this turn. So I think it's probably, like... Shrug It Off, Berserk, hope it hits Carnage. If it doesn't hit Carnage, play Carnage. Alright, fair enough. I played Bash, Thunderclap, Strike in the wrong order. I'm actually going to restart the fight to do that correctly. It's important to have enemies be vulnerable when you do lots of damage. So that you're multiplying the larger damage by the larger multiplier. So you need to Thunderclap first before you Bash. Okay. When I say you, I mean me. I need to do that. Dropkick either hits Evolve or Immolate. I guess there's no cost to playing it, right? Darn. Alright, probably using the weak pot here since it doesn't look like we're splitting him. We can do 20 damage. I guess we can split him. It's a terrible split, though. And we probably want to get the Evolve down. I guess we'd get the Evolve down even if we did split him. Alright, so I'll just take the... take the development, and we're going to not split him. So we're going to leave this strike out. Yeah, this is a much better split. Splitting it, 13. Alright, I'll take it. They're both attacking, but what do I care? They're both dead. Alright. Corruption and Barricade. A grudge match. Exhume also here. We talked about Corruption quite a bit already. So if we play Corruption, we remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kinda, 7, 8, 9 cards from the deck. So we go to a 9-card deck, and Evolve hopefully draws us the whole deck. Power Through has some words about that, right? Because we're adding the wounds, and we don't have any mechanism for getting rid of them, so does Immolate. So we're going to need like a Second Wind to actually live that dream. And Second Wind and Corruption are not great friends, right? Because you lose your Second Wind or you lose your Corruption, I guess, is also an option. It's true, Sever Soul also does do that thing, but it does it quite poorly, so... generally not looking for a Sever Soul. I guess Sever Soul's okay here, because it's a 2-cost attack that we can Mummified Hand down. I've never actually done this, but I've thought about, like, what if I had, like, a deck that does, like, Immolates and, like, the Strike that generates wounds. What is that thing called? Whatever. Wound Strike. And the one that generates dazes, so like all the attacks that generate statuses. Wild Strike, thank you. And then Sever Soul and Feel No Pain, and just don't have any skills, and that deck probably runs Corruption too, and you just like exhaust all your your skills, but you can still block with Feel No Pain. It's kind of a pipe dream, right? Like there's a pretty there's a cap to how much you can do with that, kinda, unless you're infinite, right? Actually, Evolve Plus. There's probably an infinite here, right? Like Evolve Plus and like... No, not really, because you have to pay for a Sever Soul somehow. or you have to not play Corruption so that you can repeatedly play a Second Wind or something. Yeah, no, it's definitely not infinite. Because you'd fill your hand up with dazes or whatever is the reason, right? Barricade's interesting too. A little bit less exciting, right? Both of them expensive powers, decosting other things in our hand. Barricade means we're like looking for in trenches and stuff. It's definitely a way to win the game. I think it's probably going to be Corruption. Corruption's got the most clear synergy with the deck. Corruption and find a second dropkick, and we're in business. More or less. Definitely can't pick Velvet Choker if we want that to be the dream. We currently have 500 gold, so we could just say, like, that's enough and pick Ectoplasm. We do have Ceramic Fish, though, so that's a bit of a bummer. I think Tiny House is probably going to be the consolation prize here. Is what this looks like to me. A lot of good upgrades to hit. Corruption, Evolve, Bash, kind of the top tier. We're empty on potions, so a potion would be appreciated. The card reward is notably quite terrible for Tiny House, because you don't get rares from it. If you have the Prism that lets you get all cards from any class and Creative AI, would it generate powers from all classes or still just defect powers? It would just generate defect powers, assuming you're playing defect. Because the Prism is for card rewards specifically. Velvet Choker don't go for infinite sounds dangerous. I'm not sure why I want to open myself up to being choked. Like, we already have a pretty solid plan for energy. We've got Mummified Hand and Berserk, so we're basically already a 4 energy deck. So if we could go to a 5 energy deck, but 5 energy decks with Choker are like kind of flaky. I think that's an argument against Ectoplasm too. I think we're just going to go for Tiny House. Boo. Strike Plus. Excellent. Exactly what I was hoping for. Hey, there's the Feel No Pain. Alright, well, I was dumpstering on Tiny House's card reward, but it decided to say, hey, do you want to disarm? How about a Feel No Pain? You want some of the best uncommons in the game? What are you looking for? I got them all. I mean, I guess I want a second dropkick if we're talking about uncommons. Well, it seems like Feel No Pain's a more important part of the deck, but Disarm is really good. This is starting to look like a Dark Embrace deck, too. We need, like, a Fiend Fire and a Dark Embrace. We also need, like, Orange Pellets. Orange Pellets would be super nice here. For the Berserk debuff. And other debuffs. Okay. Sure. Collector. Got a ton of money, so let's go to a shop and spend it. The only way to get 2 shops is to go to this late one. Which means we're skipping this guy, basically. If we want to get multiple elites in the act, they have to be this one and that one for the second and third. Or we could do him second, I suppose. Probably want to start one of these two. They both have the same number of question marks. 2 question marks, 2 fights, and a shop. So it's just about like order. And if we do this one, we can do fire first. I like being able to choose fire first or elite first. So I think we're probably going to go left. Why did you pick Tiny House? I thought it wasn't that good. It's not. Yeah, we got forced into it. It was either Velvet Choker, which turns off one of the major ways that we win the game, or Ectoplasm, which was fighting with Ceramic Fish and is also bad. Okay then. I don't know exactly what we're going to do once we get, like, here. We kind of have some choices, but that's fine. Okay. Couple of looters. Up to no good. Let's play Thunderclap Dropkick and see if we can find anything useful. Darn, I was hoping for Immolate. Well, if we shrug it off now, we're missing Immolate next turn. But if we don't shrug it off, we take more damage. So I think I'm going to shrug. Okay, Feeling the Pain doesn't do much here. Probably using the block pot since we get full value out of it. And then I guess striking somebody. Okay. No Berserk, that costs a lot of health. Immolate Power Through seems like the obvious play here. Let's just do that. Actually, Strike blocks for almost as much as Power Through here. Blocks for 11. We have pretty much guaranteed lethal, right? Because whether they attack or not next turn, we're going to kill at least one of them with like Carnage and Strike Plus. So I think I'll just go for the block. Slightly more health. Alright, we will kill both. There's a second dropkick. Pretty sure we're picking that. Okay. And we're off. Clockwork Souvenir blocks Vulnerable from the Heart. There's a Dark Embrace here. Flash of Steel could have served as the second dropkick if we hadn't just found one. We have like almost 600 gold, so I assume we're taking Clockwork Souvenir. Probably taking War Paint and Card Remove as well. It does block Berserk Vuln, that's true. It's not quite as good as Orange Pellets, but... Yeah, we've picked a bunch of cards with Ceramic Fish, so we've got a bunch of money. Alright, let's click this thing. That wins runs. I think we're going to remove a strike. Does this mean we're against bites? I'm not sure. I think we probably are against bites. I think we've got enough healing. And max HP is pretty valuable. We could pick True Grit and Warpaint and hope to hit. What are the chances? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 current targets. So we'd be going up to 7. So it's to miss. It's 6 out of 7 times 5 out of 6. 6 is canceled. It's 5 out of 7. So you got 2 sevenths to hit. What's a seventh even? It's like 13% or something. 1 divided by 7. 14%. Okay. Got like a 28% chance to hit. Peace Pipe, I think, is good here. We just picked up our second drop kick, so I think we're pretty happy about Peace Pipe. No, I don't think we're probably taking another upgrade this game. I mean, we might use one on like Corruption or something if we like get to Infinite Land, but or Evolve maybe. But I think we're probably removing at every campsite from now on if we can. The problem with True Grit Card Warpaint is like it misses a lot, and then we have a True Grit in the deck, and then we like need to upgrade the True Grit, right? I guess we don't have to upgrade the True Grit. We could just like make sure there's no dropkicks in hand, and then we can use it pretty freely. We have a Feel No Pain too, so True Grit's good. It's also a common, so we don't like need to pick it up right now. Oh, we could also like card remove a Defend now, to increase the chances. So that would end up being 4 out of 6 to miss. So it's like 33% chance hit. Nah. Should probably pick up a flex spot since we just bought Clockwork Souvenir, so we can have 5 permanent strength on tap. How confident are we in our ability to block? Our only tools are power through and shrug it off. It's not quite enough. Feel the pain doesn't really work yet. Alright, I will take a true grip. Maybe we take another power through too. If we take both, then we're it's what, like I guess it just becomes, wait, no, so it's it becomes 5 out of 7 times 4 out of 6, so nothing cancels and the math gets complicated. Numerator is 20, denominator is 6 times 7, which is 42, so it's like 50-50-ish. I like 50-50. That's to hit one. To hit at least one. And can we true get power through Warpaint card remove? I think probably. 58, 143, or 141, 322 card remove, yeah. Okay, alright, let's do it. Damn it. Alright. Well, sometimes you miss. Still a good chance. Alright, and I'll buy the flex spot too. Rive is pretty bad. We need to not get behind on card removes because we're going for a 10 card deck, so we need to not do this. Unfortunately, we don't have any Omamori or anything, so not worth. Okay. We don't really need to get to an infinite here. I think I'm gonna drink the flex pot. Is that wise? Maybe we're trying to save the flex pot. Maybe I drink the swift pot in this fight. Swift pot now could get corruption. I think I'm pretty happy to draw on corruption next turn. So I think it's probably just Immolate Strike this turn. Oh, we got corruption. We have a lot of powers, so we can try and maneuver Mummified Hand. In fact, this is guaranteed, right? If we play power through first and evolve hits either shrug or feel no pain, and then feel no pain always hits corruption. Neat. Or we can just hit corruption right away. That works too. We're going to save the shrug. Useful in the future. Okay. Thunderclap probably doesn't end up doing anything because he's got 3 artifact charges left, so I think we're just going to strict Carnage. Actually, we're going to Swift Pot. We're pretty far behind on block, so let's look for some. Not amazing, but Ascender's Man actually exhausts here too, so we're caught up a little bit. Yeah, we really need like a Dark Embrace because my hand just empties here. just nothing left. We could just go vulnerable. We can block out this turn even if we are vulnerable. We only take 25% extra damage, so he's going to do 3 extra. So he ends up doing 14. Which is just power through. Oh, he only hit for 2 extra, huh? Oh, because it's rounded down, right. I was using the rounding backwards. He's hitting for 13. How does that change things? It doesn't. We have 4 energy this turn. because of the thing. So we could like bash immolate. Actually, Carnage Immolate is more damage. Is that lethal? It is. Great. Okay. There's a third dropkick. I don't know what the value of a third dropkick is exactly. Seems unnecessary. Warcry is kind of okay. If we had a Dark Embrace, we could pick a Warcry maybe. It's not really very helpful here. Warcry is like useful for saving things from like Second Wind and Fiendfire sometimes. But we don't have Second Wind or Fiendfire. And it's a common, so maybe we'll pick one up later. I think we just skip it. Okay. Well, I'm not giving either of those, and I don't really want Naloth's face, so I guess I'm just leaving. Yeah. Is there a rare that we need? Nope. Yeah, we just need uncommons. We could go to the campsite first and toke, but if we're going to toke, we might as well go to the elite first so that we know we don't need to rest. Toking doesn't make us like way better at the elite or anything. Alright, it is Slavers. Get Immolate on turn 1. That's nice. Let's go ahead and drink the Flex Pot. Get that permanent strength. 43 is not enough to kill anybody. So, probably going to shrug it off after the Immolate, which means, I guess, before the Immolate. Alright. Fair enough. Hopefully we kill somebody next turn. Alright, Carnage kills somebody. We can probably block out. If we Carnage him, then he's hitting for 8, he's hitting for 8. If 8 goes 25% extra, they both hit for 10, so we'd have to block for 20. So if we can play both of those, we can block out. So we just need to, I guess we can't guarantee it, huh? We need Berserk to hit Corruption, and we can't force it. But we can force blocking out, so we can power through defend Berserk, and then it either hits Carnage, or it hits Corruption, and if it hits Corruption, then Corruption hits Carnage. That's fine. We just don't get Corruption. Alright, Bash Strike kills Blue Slaver, Defend Plus blocks most of the damage. Seems like we are pretty much home free. I would like to get Evolve down. We have several wounds. So do we just take a 50-50 on Evolve, hitting Defend? Let's see, do we have lethal next turn? We don't. Thunderclap Dropkick is cute, but not lethal. Let's see, it's 9 plus 10... 10 goes up to 17? Yeah, 17. So 9 plus 17. Almost. 26. If we get the strike, we do have lethal. Okay, if we have lethal next turn, we don't care about Evolve. Dropkick gets the strike, so that should be lethal. Wait, this is only 6 because we're weak. But it's lethal anyway. Great. 10 nib seems nice. Metallicize in a Mummified Hand deck. We don't need a dual wield because we've already got 2 dropkicks in the deck. We'd probably take a dual wield because we've got like Feel No Pain and such. Metallicize is a good dual wield target. I think we're going to skip Metallicize. We're struggling a little bit to draw cards, and I kind of don't want to put extra cards in the deck that we have to draw. It's a nice block, though. Alright, I think we're going here and toking. I guess we could go to the fight first and make sure that we're okay. Because if we go here and toke and then go here and take a bunch of damage, then we're in trouble and we can't do the elite. But if we go here, take damage, then we know we need to rest. So I guess I'll do this first. Oh, it's Snake Plant. If we play Berserk, we block the Vulnerable, which is nice, but I'd rather block the Frail. So I think we're just going to block the Frail. Play Evolve and Carnage. Okay. We're going to want to play the Thunderclap. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just block out. Or block as much as we can. Alright. Shrug It Off can draw Corruption, but then we wouldn't be able to play it. Shrug Defend Power Through blocks out, which is nice. Let's see the scouts. Seems like we should be playing Bash this turn. Because if we get Immolate... let's see, with Bash we do 6 damage this turn, Weak wears off next turn, so he's at 56. And, I calculated this earlier, how much does this do? 28 times 1.75 is 49. So it's not lethal, or it probably is lethal with, like, the dropkicks. So I'll get Bash and go for lethal next turn. Looks like we are resting. Okay. I don't think we're taking any of these. More attacks seems unnecessary. Trying to get the deck thin so we can do dropkick stuff. Are we living the dream where we rest here and then go fight 2 elites? Is that possible? Maybe we like rest and then toke or something? Maybe we toke and then toke? If we're fighting no more elites, maybe we don't need the health. Double toke gets rid of the last 2 strikes. The last 2 unupgraded strikes. And then we've got a we're removing 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7 cards from the deck, so we're down to a 15 card deck. After corruption, we remove 1, 2, 3, 4, a bunch more. I think comboing on Collector is definitely on the table here. So let's plan on that. Let's just go for double toke. Ornamental Fan seems great. It's enough to make the dropkick combo block neutral against the heart. Oh wait, no, it's not quite. So we still lose half a health per cycle. It's true, we can let the Carnage exhaust, good point. Well, if Ornamental Fan isn't enough to make the dropkick loop block positive, do we just skip it? Do we take a key? It also, you know, blocks. Like, saves us health in regular fights. Thanks for the follow. Snagglesmaw. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. I think Ornamental Fan is pretty good, right? just in terms of like saving health. It doesn't make us block positive against the heart, but even then, like, if it gets us close to being block neutral against the heart, I'll take it. Maybe we find like Abacus obviously would make us block positive, but it would do that even without Ornamental Fan. Maybe we find like a Sundial or something. We can play Shrug-it-offs or something during the loop. I guess, like, during the loop is probably after corruption, so we can't really play Shrug-it-offs. We're gonna need to find something for blocking the heart. Hey, Merle. Not too much is going on, just trying to do dropkick stuff. We'll take a fan. It doesn't like super help, but I think it helps enough in hallway fights to pick it. And we're gonna skip the elite to get an extra toke. Oh boy. Immolate needs to happen. And I think strike over evolve. It's a pretty dangerous fight, so let's get it over with. No free drop kicks. Dropkick strike is not lethal. So I think it's probably just like strike, defend, true grit. Can take a middle line, try and get lethal on this guy next turn. Corruption is guaranteed to decost bash, which is cute. So then we get lethal on him and block the other ones. Seems fine. They are hitting for 22, currently blocked for 8. We can block for 18. Oh wait, no. So this blocks for 13, so we block for 21 with both of these, save the power through. We skipped evolve, so power through is a little scary if we're planning on shuffling. Thunderclap Carnage kills somebody next turn. So we need to block for 16 next turn. We've got like Feeling the Pain power through blocked out. Seems like we're gonna be okay. So I'll just power through. Alright, Berserk hits the artifact charge and decosts either Carnage, Thunderclap, or Feel No Pain, then Feel No Pain, whatever. We're playing the whole hand. Oops, I just wasted a pen nib on something stupid, but we were getting lethal this turn no matter what, so. Lethal on 1. Immolate cleans up. Okay. Okay, Fruit Juice. A 4th dropkick is being offered. Didn't pick the 3rd one, I don't see why we'd pick the 4th one. Whirlwind Plus is nice too, but I think we're trying to keep the deck size down, then we do enough damage. Immolate's kind of our AoE solution, so we don't really need Whirlwind Plus, despite it being good. Helps us proc Pen Nib and Ornamental Fan as well. We're looking a little bit like a ninja deck, trying to play lots of attacks. Maybe we find like a Kunai or Shuriken or something. Yeah, Rager Abacus would make us... well, wait. Yeah, Rager Abacus would make us block positive, right? It's possible we can kill the heart without the combo being block positive. If we get enough damage. 34 health. I think that still makes us feel good enough to toke again. Shoot, do we have enough gold to sell at this shop? I think we do. I think the last one cost 75, so 100 is all we need. Yes, we were offered a barricade, but we didn't take it because it was up against corruption. Sure. Alright, blocking Hex seems real good. Or we could try and like use Shrug It Off to go get Berserk and then have Berserk block or take the artifact charge and play Evolve this turn. I don't really need to play Corruption right now, so I guess I'll go for it. Oh. Alright, well, Hex is getting blocked, so Evolve isn't, like, super important. So I'll play Immolate. Alright. Bash Dropkick seems good. Is it lethal? Dropkick is doing, what, 3 extra damage? So it does 8, so it's only 16 with both. Bash Dropkick Strike is certainly lethal, but that doesn't block at all. Let's see what it draws. Useless. Alright, well, Strike blocks for more than Defend, so I guess I'll play it. It does block for 4, fair enough. Power through blocks out, probably just power through Carnage. We're already vulnerable, so we could just play Berserk. Decost something. We could play like Thunderclap first, and then Berserk hits only kind of good stuff. I feel a little bit bad if I play Thunderclap and then Berserk hits Shrug It Off, because then I don't get to play Bash. Okay. Little did I know I was going to draw a card without a cost. Thanks for the follow, Max1. Appreciate it. The max of a max. There's a Dark Embrace plus. Jesus. Seems really good. We've got a Feel No Pain. It's a 1-cost power with Mummified Hand. We need a lot of card draw. So Dark Embrace does some of that. I'm always a little bit afraid of picking Dark Embrace because I've had so many experiences where I like draw Dark Embrace against like slavers and die or something. But I don't think we're fighting slavers, so we could go fight slavers. Let's not. If this is Ancient Writing, we get an extra card removed. If it's Thwack, we get stuff. What if it's Snicko? Well, then we just block his effect. Darn. He is still vulnerable, so Immolate seems necessary. And then I guess Defend, so we're not taking too much damage. We could weaken him too. Weak bot's pretty reasonable in this fight. We don't really have the potion bar pressure though, because we can just drink the fruit juice if we get a second potion. Only saves 2 health right now. Saves 2 health right now, but this is his vulnerable attack, so next turn it's probably going to save more health, right? Because I don't think we're killing him next turn. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it. No Berserk. I guess develop Feel No Pain. Play cards to block. We could shuffle. Shrug. Got a couple of statuses in there, so maybe we play Evolve and then Shrug. What is your favorite character if you have one? I think I have complicated feelings about all the characters, so it feels wrong to just like sum it up as a, what's your favorite? There are aspects of all of them that I appreciate. Like, for example, Silent drives me a bit nuts to play because it's so hard, but I really appreciate Silent's like character design. It's kind of an interesting take on the like rogue, the like bones and everything. It's kind of wacky. Alright, let's play Evolve and see what it decosts. Carnage. Okay. What are we hoping Shrug It Off draws? Guess like if it draws Corruption, we could decost it with Dark Embrace. Alright, let's find out. Alright. We can't play Bash Immolate, but we can play Thunderclap Immolate, which should be lethal, right? When we do the math, as it's weak and the vulnerable math is unfamiliar. So it is 28. So it's going to be 3 plus 28 times 0.75 times 1.75, which is 36. So yeah, it's lethal. Okay. Alright, regen pot. Ghostly Armor doesn't technically add to the deck size, which is why I'm considering it. I mean, I guess any skill doesn't add to the deck size, so we could pick like Spot Weakness if we wanted to. I don't really need the strength scaling. We've got other plans. Ghostly Armor says plus on it though. We've got an awful lot of block at this point. 2 defend pluses, 2 power throughs, a shrug it off, a true grit. Feel no pain. Ghostly Armor plus seems like it's just kind of bonus. But, I mean, doesn't hurt. Okay. What do you got for me, Shopkeep? Got a waffle. Heals us for a ton right now. Problem with waffles, we don't really need it. I don't think. And it's up against card remove. I think, so if we don't take waffle, we're probably resting though, right? 28 health is a little bit low. We could just get KO'd. And if we feel good not resting here, then we can just toke here. So that removes a card without increasing the shop card remove cost. So it seems like waffle is probably better than card remove. Another chance at Metallicize. There's an Apotheosis here, although we can't afford it, so it's not considered it. Panacea is nice too, but we already have the Clockwork Souvenir, so we've got a solution already for the Heart's Vulnerable. How much is card remove? It's behind your head. It costs 100. Sorry. Sorry for my head positioning. Not optimized for shops. Actually, let me take a look at that and see what I am blocking. So it's just the cost for card remove. What do you like? What do you think is like the most hit or miss character? Most hit or miss. Interesting. I think for me that's Defect. Defect has like a couple of really important cards, like Defrag, Consume, and Capacitor. And it feels like if you don't hit those cards, then you're not playing Defect. It's like you can possibly get a win with none of those. But like it's always like so frustrating to find Defect and not find Orb Slots or Focus and be like, or like not finding Glacier or something, right? Like Silent sometimes feels like it's a hit or miss character because you miss Catalyst or something really important. Watcher is so strong that she usually doesn't feel like a hit or miss character, but you can feel like that. You can feel like, where's my weave, or where's my talk to the hand or something. Ironclad seems like he's pretty consistent. You don't really miss. I guess you can miss like strength scaling. Is the most common miss for Ironclad. I think we're just buying waffle. Baylor would be proud. Alright. Delicious waffle consumed. Do we ever upgrade True Grit? Or are we just what are we even toking at this point? The cards that remain in the deck are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 cards currently that remain in the deck after everything's exhausted, assuming Carnage exhausts and not counting the statuses from Power Through. Although I don't know why we're not counting the statuses from Power Through. I guess if there's 6 cards in the deck, then the statuses from Power Through don't overfill our hand. Also, technically we're allowed to have 11 cards because one of the dropkicks is in the discard. So maybe we upgrade Evolve, because then the 2 wounds from Power Through actually like force us to draw a full hand and do the combo. Because the only cards we need to miss with True Grit are the only cards we need to miss are dropkicks, because any of the skills are expendable, any of the powers are expendable except for Corruption. And even Bash or Thunderclap is expendable. One of the 2, not both. Um, yeah, I have had defect decks that did the Hyper Beam Necronomicon thing. It's a very strange archetype. It feels like that's the deck they want you to play Recompile in, but Recompile is just so bad. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a good card remove target. I think it would just be like a defend at this point. Maybe bash, because it's expensive and Thunderclap does the job. You've done the recompile thing on Ascension 20? I've never done it. Never been able to pull it off. I've tried many times. It's hard. Yeah, I think we do actually upgrade Evolve here. After all that, saying that it was maybe we just remove the Strike Plus. It's not like an important card. It just feels bad because it's been upgraded. Yeah, let's just remove a Strike Plus. Okay, because comboing consistently is way more important than anything else. But like maybe upgrading Evolve makes us combo the most consistently, right? Because assuming we have 4 wounds from the power throughs, oh, Pandora's Box makes sense. Yeah, if Pandora's Box gives you a couple of recompiles, I could definitely see that. I'm stuck here. I don't know what to do. True Grit Plus seems good, Evolve Plus seems good, and removing a strike all seem good. And they seem like the same kind of good, too. I'm just going to go for the remove on the strike. No, God, we need the Evolve Plus. Right? I mean, Corruption Dark Embrace draws most of the deck the first time, so maybe maybe we don't need the Evolve. I don't know. Because Evolve Plus draws like several cards over the course of the combo, right? Whereas Strike Plus only removes 1 card from being drawn. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Evolve Plus. Okay. All right, let's fight the Collector. If Shrug draws Corruption, do we lose? No. We can play Corruption second cycle. I think that's fine. Okay. We can Dark Embrace True Grit to draw a card, looking for Immolate. Immolate with Pendeb wipes these guys out immediately, which is great. We can also play Power Through, so that True Grit usually hits a good target. Let's see what Berserk wants to decost. Okay, it hit the Power Through, that's great. And then let's try and hit True Grit with the Dark Embrace, and miss. Okay, well we'll just play both of these then. Well wait, no, actually now we don't want to draw. Because if we draw Immolate now, we miss it with the Pendeb. So I think we just take some damage. We're at full health, so taking a little bit of damage to try and guarantee a really good result seems good. Yeah, we would have drawn Thunderclap and then been like, do we play it? No, we don't have to think like that. Okay. Evolve Plus needs to get down because we've already played both Power Throughs, or a Power Through, I guess. So let's do that and hope to hit Bash. I guess if we want to maximize the chance of hitting Bash, we play Thunderclap first. Alright. Alright. We're getting debuffed this turn. We have Dark Embrace up, so we can draw a bunch of cards. Or we can just like play Corruption and hold on to our defensive tools. Let's just play Corruption and hold on. I guess we can't hold on to it, Ghostly Armor. We could have played Ghostly Armor before the Corruption, but whatever. It's not a huge deal. Okay. Dropkick's ready to fly. We kind of want True Grit to hit either Immolate or Power Through, because we don't want any more statuses. We're going to let Carnage exhaust at the end of the turn, ideally. So let's get the Defends out of the way. Okay, well now it's got Wounds to hit too. Are there any more statuses? There are, so I want to get a card out of hand. Oh boy. Yeah, of course we can't control our hand size, right? Because we have Dark Embrace going. Alright, let's just play the True Grit. Nothing in hand now is bad to hit. Right? Yeah. Alright, we hit the Power Through. It's a good outcome. And then we combo, right? Defend, shrug it off, draws the Dark Embrace. Or the, whatchamacallit, dropkick. And then we dropkick for life. Okay. I almost drank the regen pot last turn. What a waste that would have been. Enlightenment Plus. Doesn't that, like, make Necronomicon worse? Okay. We'll go ahead and drink the fruit juice to make room for Liquid Memories. It doesn't actually help us heal more at the end of the act. There's a barricade. How much do we block for total? 8, 16, 26, 41, 49, bunch of Feel No Pain procs, 56, 71, 84. How many Feel No Pain procs? A bunch. So it's 84 plus, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 procs. So it's 84 plus 12 times 3 is 36. So we're looking for like a little over 100. So if we blow it all in one turn, we can still survive the first heart cycle. Although, can we? Because the dropkick loop is block negative currently. Slightly against the heart. It frees us up to pick things like Entrench, and like Second Wind and stuff. I mean, we're already picking Second Wind, right? It doesn't add a card to the deck. We're definitely not picking either of these two. Although Brutality is kind of good. It's another big hit with Mummified Hand. Alright, we'll give it a whirl. And what are we getting here? Should have taken the blue key so that we could take Sapphire Key now. Probably just take Slaver's Scholar. The Calling Bell's pretty bad because we need to avoid having more statuses in the deck, or more curses in the deck. And Kurski also adds a curse, so both of these add a curse, so this is the only one to dodge it. This helps you when it's most important, too, in the cart fight and end-game elite fights and bosses and stuff. So I'll take a Caller. Alright, moving on up. Donu deck is first. Only 111 gold, but card remove only costs 100, so we can get something done at a shop if we need to. No pathing constraints because we already got the green key. We're going to want to go to a bunch of campsites though, so that we can recall and potentially still toke. Definitely don't want to go to 2 shops. Even going to 1 shop is a little meh. So maybe we try and dodge shops. But we are really looking for fires, right? So on the left we can get 3 fires up the middle, also 3 fires on the right, also 3 fires. So we get 3 fires no matter what we do. Okay. The right path is 2 elites, one of these 2. The middle path skips this elite to get an extra fire, so it's just 1, it looks like. I guess it's, it could be up to 3 if we hit this one and that one. So middle and right path. Actually, right path has 4 elites on it. Do we want that? Is that good? Or do we die? Seems like we're pretty good against elites, Act 3 elites. We're safe against burns because we have the evolve, or safe-ish. We should be good against Reptomancer because we have Immolate, and we should be great against Giant Head because we infinite combo. So I guess we'll go for 4 elites because it's got campsites as well. Yeah, it is kind of weird that like fruit or all the like food relics, like they do nothing after you add them to your deck. You can just like give them to Noloth for no penalty. I feel kind of bad about like starting here though and then like dodging the shop and taking 4 fights. It's a lot of fighting. And we do take a little bit of damage each time we fight, right? We're not like perfecting fights usually. We have a regen pot and a bunch of max HP, so we should be fine. But it's not like we're going to be toking at all these fires, right? Because we're going to be losing health. I think it's worth trying. Okay. Shapes are up first. I think we need to start with Corruption. Corruption guaranteed hits Barricade, which is cute too. Because all these cost 0. Okay. Let's find something for Barricade to hit. I guess that qualifies technically. Should hit the more health one, because he's going to be harder to get into range of Immolate. Already blocked for 6. There's not really any point in holding things back because we have Barricade now, so I'll just play it all. Alright, they're both exploding, and we have not found Immolate. We can block one of them from exploding. Wow, this is terrible. We didn't draw any block this turn. Yikes. We get to play the whole hand, so we can kill one of them. I guess we hit him, even though he's already dead. I guess we do block out. Oh no, we don't. We take 7. Immolate, you're late. I guess Dark Embrace Defend is cool. And Berserk hits Bash. Neat. Immolate. I love it. Immolate is off by 1 here. 1 damage short of killing Spiker. And we also take 3 for playing it. There's not much block left in the deck, though, so I think we'll just go for it. I guess True Gritting this bash blocks for 10 and draws the lethal, so I'll take 1 more damage to end the fight now. Okay. Oh, I was wrong about something. Should have used a potion. Rage makes us block positive. At least for 1 turn. During the combo. Yeah, I realized what the thing was. You just hope some classmate with a physics homework. Is weird how the only interaction with classmates is through Discord. Yeah. That does sound weird. I'm not currently in any classes, so wouldn't know personally. Is Rage a pick? Oh wait, yeah, Rage should definitely be a pick. We have Barricade now, so if we Rage, we can generate infinite block on a heart turn, and then it's GG. Okay. Colorless Pot versus these. These seem really good. Actually, Liquid Memories is not that great in this deck. Because we usually don't have things in the discard. Like the things we're playing are usually either powers or they exhaust when we play them, if we played Corruption. So maybe we take a Colorless Pot over Liquid Memories here. Colorless Pot can definitely have some good stuff. What's the best hit for Liquid Memories? Probably Immolate, right? That's pretty convincing. Playing Immolate twice in like a Darkling fight is really good. Okay, alright, I'll leave the Liquid Memories. Okay, here's the Darklings. I think we're playing the whole hand here. So let's play Dropkick first, get that out of the way, so the decosts are hitting. Okay, we have to play Shrug It Off so that Dark Embrace has something to hit when it decosts. And it hit Immolate. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that thing right now. Seems good. Immolate a second time is almost as good as the bomb. I was hoping to get any damage this turn, but apparently we failed. We'll draw a card at the end of the turn with the Ascender's Vein. Whoops. That's weird. I guess they're all coming back. Sure. We have Dark Embrace up, so Corruption is gonna be good. I thought that I was gonna get lethal on this last one this turn. It didn't happen. I'm very surprised. Alright, I think Dropkick or Corruption makes combo stuff happen, right? It can hit either Dropkick or Bash, which is unfortunate. We could play Dropkick first to guarantee it hits Bash, but then we're out of energy. So I think we just hope it hits Bash. Ooh, it did. Alright, so we bash on somebody. Draw a card. And oh, I guess Power Through draws a card, huh? Yeah, I'll play that to draw. I'm gonna have hand size issues, so I play both, so I'll try to exhaust the other one and miss. I guess we're just setting up for next turn. Might as well play it, because we've got stuff. Damn it. Okay. That dropkick's alive. Thunderclap makes it alive again in the future. And now we just have to draw back to it. It's over. Okay. Seeing Red Plus. You don't say. Yeah? Right? We have like a Dark Embrace and stuff. Also, it costs 0. Maybe the relic icons are just there to remind you of the time you ate the thing. I don't know. I mean, well, the mushroom actually does have a continuous effect. So, although it's odd. But like, if they're there to remind you of the thing that you ate, then like, what's happening when you give them to Naloth? I think I'll absolutely take a Seeing Red. I think we're dodging all the shops and just going to the Act 4 shop. These aren't very good. We could get like a fruit juice. I guess Elixir's not very good. Alright. All green potions. I think just a skill pot is what we want here. Gets me out of trouble. Oh boy. Jawworms. Oh crap. That's not ideal. Alright, let's get rid of the Carnage. Dropkick does nothing. Anybody have an idea on most tasty relic versus least tasty relic? I'm gonna go with like waffle is most tasty, least tasty is Snecko Eye. I think that'd be pretty gross. Dark Embrace, Seeing Red. Okay, Thunderclap Dropkick keeps going, kinda. Darn, I was hoping for like a corruption there. Alright, Skill Pot, you got some work to do. Oh, Impervious. It exhausts too. Draw me a card. Okay, let's extend the vulnerable on him. Wait a minute. We don't want to play both of these, right? Unless it's lethal. 14 plus 15. Nope, not lethal. Ooh, Spirit Poop. That's a great one for least tasty. I like, it's interesting, so previous to this conversation, I had this thought where I was like, all the relics that are edible, they all give you max HP, but I'm realizing now that's not true, because Odd Mushroom is clearly edible, and so is Meat on the Bone. Neither of those gives you any max HP. Alright, so I guess we can play the whole hand by doing some slight shenanigans. Okay, there's the Immolate, finally. Let's play it. I guess I'm pretty happy to Ghostlayer Armor True Grit. I guess we dead draw a card. If that card is Corruption, we're pretty sad. Alright. I'm willing to experience sadness. Okay. I was assuming this fight is like kind of fast, and that's why I didn't drink the regen pot, but maybe that was not the right assumption. Alright, Corruption is guaranteed to hit Evolve because it makes the power through cost 0. Aren't they all fruits? No, Waffle's not a fruit. Raises your max HP. Alright, time to draw some cards. Generate some block. Oh man. I didn't play the Evolve because I wanted to decost something, but then I drew a wound. Alright, so now I can hit Barricade, And, alright. They keep hitting me. I don't like it. Alright, Immolate does a bunch of damage. Let's play the cards that do nothing and draw first. Okay, so we could Thunderclap Immolate. It's probably lethal. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's lethal. Yeah, it's a Pendib Immolate too. Whopow. I guess I should have played Dropkicks to recycle Immolate. Shrug It Off adds a little bit more block to the deck. The Shrug It Off is a little bit awkward with the Mummified Hand, because Shrug It Off is not really a great target for Mummified Hand, but you can't really play it and then Mummified Hand either, because you draw a new card that has some presumably non-zero cost. Why don't you have more ways to vulnerable with your Dropkick Infinite? We don't need them. The whole point of a Dropkick Infinite is you draw your whole hand every turn, so if you only need like 1 or 2 ways. I would take a Shockwave if I see one, but that's just because Shockwave's super good. Havoc's kind of interesting. No, it's not. It's bad. Okay. Good, glad we had the suck. Intimidate Plus and Shrug It Off I think are both pickable. I think I'll take a Shrug. Intimidate does say +1 on it though. Intimidate also helps us remove artifact charges, which is something we're surprisingly bad at for a deck that relies on that for doing infinites. We're also about to go fight Donudeka, which have artifact charges. So maybe we should get a little better at that. Alright, I'm down. Convinced myself. Ouch. This is like definitely the worst shapes fight, is having 2 spikers. I don't like it. Alright, Corruption hits either Strike or Thunderclap. Hopefully Strike. Darn. Because I'm not playing Thunderclap. Alright, Berserk hits a Dropkick here, which is okay. If we play Berserk, we're not blocking Frail. Kind of remains to be seen if we need to block Frail. We have Corruption, but no Dark Embrace, so we're not drawing cards. I guess I'll let... Yeah, I don't really want to play Immolate, though, do I? I guess I don't. So I'll just block the Frail. I should definitely drink the Raging Pot in this fight. We could actually die here. It's kind of a dangerous fight. Alright, Feel No Pain blocks for a ton. Still no Dark Embrace, though, so these aren't drawing cards. They're just blocking. 22 plus 18 is 40. Need to block for 40. Yeah, we can't. Could Seeing Red just to block for 3. Doesn't seem crazy. We've already played Corruption, so the only like expensive card left in the deck is Barricade. I think I'll keep the Seeing Red. Alright, on cue, there's the Barricade. I guess we just play it. It decosts either Bash or Carnage. And then we exhaust Carnage for the 3 block. Jeez. Ooh, Ice Cream. That's another good food relic that isn't related to max HP. Empty Cage does not sound very tasty. But there's like... Yeah, there's a bunch of inedible relics, right? Like Golden Idol. Clockwork Souvenir, right? Like... That's true, Ginger. Ginger and turnip are both theoretically edible. Huh. The cost for Carnage goes back up to 2 before it gets discarded. Interesting. I mean, yeah, you can eat gold. Do you want to? Alright, let's play Dark Embrace. Man, we're in this stupid situation again where we have to, like... We potentially draw a card that's a status. I guess this time I've got so many wounds that I'll go ahead and play the Evolve first. I'm pretty happy to trigger it on Immolate, actually. Whoa! Okay, now we've drawn the whole deck. Okay, great. Use gold for a makeshift cell phone in the Spire. Don't eat it. What? Cell phone? What are you talking about? Okay. Well, none of these are very good bash targets. He's got artifact charges, they've got damage return. This doesn't seem like it's working out very well. I think we have to Thunderclap here. I think we have to, like, bash Thunderclap and then do dropkick loops for the block. How the hell do we win this fight? We don't even have dropkick loops either. We just have dropkicks. Wait, this is upsetting. I think we might die here. Strike hitting for 31 is no joke, though. Let's go ahead and just use that on a Spiker. So that we can get the hell out of this fight. Okay. Uh-oh. So like bash, dropkick, bash. It's probably not lethal. But we can't Thunderclap, right? It costs us like almost 30 health. Yeah, we're gonna die here. We just got like checkmated by shapes. Oh wait, this is a bash loop apparently? Or a dropkick loop? Okay, alright, so we're surviving this turn, apparently. And we've set up a pen nib. So I guess we like pen nib bash on one of them. But then we die next turn, right? Yeah, pretty sure we die next turn. No potions. No way out. Maybe if we just bash him every turn and don't ever play dropkicks, we have enough. Or I guess bash strike. Strike is more damage than bash. We need to go for card efficiency more than anything else, so let's... I'm not going to do the math, because it's just depressing. Yeah, we're dead. I guess we play a third one this turn, so that we're not dead right now. Oh, we are dead right now. Wow. I don't think I've ever died to that fight. So I thought the Ornamental Fan was going to make me survive at 4, but I guess Ornamental Fan happened after the damage. The hell are you supposed to do that with a Dropkick Loop deck? I guess we just needed to not play Corruption in that fight. So we just needed to like keep the power throughs and then just power through, bash people to death. I didn't see it coming. I knew it was a dangerous fight right off the bat. I said it, but I didn't think about saving the Corruption. But yeah, that was what we had to do. Darn.